See that amount right there? Get a good look at that, trolls. Get a good look at that, trolls. That's right, $1,600. That's right, $1,600. That's just the first installment. That's just the first installment. You know what that's for? That's for a computer. That's from. That's right, Italian man. That's right. That's for a computer. And I got 4 of them to do. 4 of them. This is just the first installment. And then the individual says I might be doing their business computers as well. So I finally got some business coming in. Yes. So I've got some business coming in, guys. And you know what? It's all because of the trolls. It's all because of the trolls. The trolls actually was the reason why I was able to land this deal. Because the individual in question saw that the trolls were aggravating me over my computer business, and so this individual said, well, hell, I need computers. And so they got in contact with the wife and set it up to where that I now am getting business again. So you want to build a gaming computer? Well, Bougie, I'm the man to talk to. I'll be more than happy, but now I'm going to warn you, gaming computers ain't cheap, brother. Yes, Bont. The purchase of the computer was an attempt to try and entrap me. Yes, it was. Yes, it was, Bont, believe it or not. Sent him a computer back with a special gift in it. Oh, Jesus. Can I report them for the people that are trying to accuse me of fraud? No, not really. What I can do, though, is if they decide to continue their line of thinking, I can just declare the agreement null and void and not give them jack shit. That's what I can do. And I'm tempted to do it, actually. But I'm not going to. I'm not going to. But yeah, see, if they breach the contract, I don't have to give them shit. I don't have to give them a goddamn thing. I can keep all that shit myself. I'm not going to, but I could. If I wanted to be a real dick, I could say, look, guys, you breached this contract. The contract is now null and void. I'm keeping every fucking thing. They say, well, Vaughn, you can't do that. Yeah, I can. Totally legal. They broke the contract. I can do whatever the fuck I want. However, I'm not going to do that because I am a decent guy. I'm going to take the moral high ground and send them their fucked up computer anyway. Which, by the way, when I did put the computer together, I found that the motherboard would not post. It kept coming up saying, BIOS recovery requested, BIOS recovery requested. So I called MSI on the phone. I said, hey, this computer motherboard is it keeps telling me BIOS recovery requested, BIOS recovery requested. They said, it's fried. The BIOS is fried. You got to bring it back. I'm like, oh, fuck, man. So, anyway, to make a long story short, it's got a bad motherboard in it. And I know they're going to try to spin that and say that it's somehow my fault, when actually it isn't. You know, these things happen. They're perfectly normal. I told these suckers in advance that faulty parts and delays were perfectly normal. That is all part of building a computer these days. It is not unusual to get a motherboard and find out that it won't post. It is not unusual to get a hard drive and find out that it won't fire up. That is not unusual at all. You just RMA the part and wait for the new part to come back. Okay, but apparently these cats got too impatient and decided, oh, well, and since Von Helton didn't give us the computer in a fucking day, we're going to try and defraud him. Well, good luck with that shit. So am I keeping the money or sending a PC? Depends. if they decide to be assholes and call the police on me or try to sue me, I'm going to declare breach of contract, and I'm just going to keep everything for myself. Now, if it's not the case that they've hired an attorney or called the police and that was just a lie, then yeah, I'll send them their shit. But if they're going to try to get me arrested or something, or try to get an attorney after me, that's a breach of contract, man. That's an automatic breach of contract. And when they breach that contract, I don't have to give them jack shit. That's the law. That is the law. And if you don't believe me, look it up for yourself. Well, they could do it in their spare time, a little bit at a time. Yeah, I guess they could, but then they're waiting to get their computer, aren't they? But see, if you let me do it, you ain't got no weight, and you ain't got to fool with RMA and dead equipment. I do all that for you. You know, that's why you pay me the big bucks, is because I take care of all that aggravation for you, and I get your computer out as quick as I possibly can. This guy named Fred contacts me on Facebook. Says he knows a lady that wants to buy a computer off of me, a custom-built computer off of me, because that's what I do. I have a business that's called Von Helton Integrated. I make custom-built computers, and I repair computers. That's my business. All right. And this guy named Fred contacts me on Facebook, says, yeah, I know this lady that wants to buy a computer off of me. Alright, and so I'm talking to her on the phone, and I talk to her via Facebook and whatever. And she legitimately sends me the money to buy a computer for her. I give her a itemized list of all the parts and all that good shit, so that she has them. And so, you know, she sends me the money. I build the computer for her. And in the midst of testing the computer after I get it built, the motherboard fails. Alright, the motherboard refuses to post. And I told her, I said, you know, you've got a problem here. The motherboard has died. I'm willing to replace the motherboard and get it back to you, but it'll be a few weeks before I can get it back to you. She starts freaking out. She starts threatening to call the lawyers. She's threatening to call the police on me and all this garbage. I can't wait another few weeks. I can't wait another few weeks. And so I said, well, the only alternative I have is to send the computer as is with the bad motherboard in it. And she finally agrees to that, and I'm like, okay, here it comes. I'm sending the computer to you. So I send the computer to her, and she ends up having to spend an additional $350 to get the motherboard fixed and get the computer up and running. And then she doesn't even keep the damn computer. She gives it to a woman's shelter, according to Jay Stevio. She didn't even keep the damn computer. Went through all that aggravation and didn't even keep the son of a bitch. So now what does that tell you? It tells you she was a fucking troll. It was all an attempt to try and get my business damaged. That's all it was. That's all it was, man. And she didn't even keep the damn computer. Had me made a custom desktop with multiple monitors. I went to a lot of trouble doing that because it was all about poodles. So I put poodles all over her desktop and shit for her. Never got any recognition for that, obviously, because it was all a fucking setup. But what made it a setup even more was she started lavishing these gifts upon me and wife, allegedly. She was going to get us a house. She was going to get us cars. She was going to give us good-paying jobs, blah, 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 blah. And it was all a fucking joke. It was all a scam. It wasn't, none of it was real whatsoever, not one bit. I did an intense internet search for this woman. This woman claimed to be, participating in major dog shows where they show off their dogs, for prizes. I went all over the place looking for this woman. Couldn't find her nowhere. She didn't exist. She's not real. It was all crap. It was all crap. It was all a scam. Trying to get my business in trouble. And but yeah, the thing that clued me in that it was all bullshit was she was going to give us a house and give us all good paying jobs and give us cars and diamonds and rubies and all this, just lavish us with all kinds of goofy shit. And I'm like, I apply one rule: if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Now she did give me the money for the computer, and I built the computer.
And unfortunately, when I got the motherboard wouldn't post. You know, no big deal. Most people would be like, okay, you know, well, you're going to put it in for free? Yep, go and put it in for free. Okay, just send it when you can. You know, that would have been the end of it. But no, she starts freaking out, threatening to call a lawyer, threatening to call the police on me, made the wild accusation that I was putting used parts in her computer and all this goofy shit. It was crazy, man. It was nuts.